My name is Ethan Hale, and I was 17 years old when I died for 6 minutes. I was healthy, stubborn, and convinced that death was something distant, reserved for old people and accidents that happened to other families. I didn't believe in God in any serious way, and I had never once imagined that a single moment would tear me out of my body and show me a place I still can't fully explain. What I saw in those 6 minutes is the reason I no longer sleep with the lights off. The day it happened felt ordinary in every possible way. It was late afternoon, the kind of day where the air is warm but not heavy and the sky looks harmless. I was with my friends behind the school gym, laughing about something meaningless, something I can't even remember now. I remember feeling invincible. 17 gives you that illusion. Your body feels strong, your future feels endless, and consequences feel theoretical. The first sign that something was wrong was a sharp pressure in my chest. Not pain at first, more like someone squeezing my lungs from the inside. I tried to laugh it off. I even made a joke about it. Then the pressure turned into heat, spreading fast, like fire crawling through my ribs. My vision blurred, the sounds around me stretched and distorted, and the ground rushed up to meet me. I don't remember hitting the ground. What I remember next is silence. Not quiet, silence. Total, absolute absence of sound. No wind. No breath. No thoughts echoing in my head. It felt like being suspended in nothing. I tried to open my eyes, but I didn't feel eyelids. I tried to breathe, but I didn't have lungs. Panic came instantly, sharp and overwhelming, but it had nowhere to go. Then I realized something that terrified me more than the silence. I was still conscious. A moment later, if moments even existed there, the darkness began to thin. It didn't fade like a light turning on. It peeled back, layer by layer, like a curtain being pulled away from reality itself. Beneath it was a place that did not look like Earth, and yet felt horrifyingly solid. I was standing, though I didn't remember standing up. The ground beneath me was dark and uneven, like stone that had never known sunlight. The air felt heavy, thick enough that every movement felt deliberate, as though the place itself resisted being disturbed. There was no sky above me, just a vast, endless darkness stretching upward, swallowing everything. I tried to speak. No sound came out. That's when I realized I could feel fear in a way I never had before. Not the quick fear of a jump scare or an accident. This fear was deeper, older. It felt woven into the place itself, like the environment was designed to produce it. I took a step forward, and the sound of it echoed too loudly, too long, as if the ground was hollow beneath me. Each step felt wrong, like I wasn't supposed to be moving at all. Somewhere in the distance, something shifted. I couldn't see it, but I felt it notice me. Then the whisper started. They weren't voices the way we understand voices. They didn't come from a direction. They came from everywhere at once, seeping into my awareness rather than my ears. They weren't speaking words at first, just impressions. Regret, anger, despair. The emotional weight of them pressed down on me until it felt hard to stand. As I moved forward, shapes began to emerge from the darkness. Tall, distorted silhouettes that looked vaguely human, but wrong in every proportion. Their movements were slow, dragging, like they were burdened by something immense. Some of them seemed to notice me. Others didn't react at all, as if I was just another part of the landscape. I wanted to scream. I wanted to run. But fear rooted me in place. Then I understood something without being told. I did not belong there. The realization didn't bring relief. It made everything worse. Because alongside it came another truth. This place was not a punishment designed for dramatic effect. It was a destination. A state of existence shaped by choices, by neglect, by lives lived without reflection. The silhouettes drew closer. As they passed, I could feel fragments of their memories brush against me. Moments of cruelty. Moments of selfishness. Moments where they knew they were doing wrong and chose it anyway. The weight of those memories was crushing. It felt like drowning in someone else's guilt. I fell to my knees. That's when the screaming started. It wasn't constant. It rose and fell like waves, distant at first, then terrifyingly close. The sound wasn't just pain, it was realization. The horror of understanding too late. The screams clawed at something inside me, pulling at emotions I didn't know I had. I remember thinking, very clearly, this is real. This is forever. And then I thought about my life. Not in a reflective, sentimental way. I thought about the lies I'd told. The people I'd mocked. The moments I'd felt a quiet nudge to do something right, and ignored it because it was inconvenient. None of it felt small anymore. Every choice glowed with consequence. I felt exposed, known, as if the place itself could see through me. A presence began to form behind me. I didn't turn around at first. I didn't want to. I knew, somehow, that if I faced it, something irreversible would happen. The pressure of that presence was immense. Not violent, not aggressive, but absolute. Like gravity given form. When I finally turned, I didn't see a face. I saw light. Not comforting light. Not warm light. This light was intense, piercing, and unbearably honest. It didn't hurt my eyes, but it hurt something deeper. Being near it felt like standing in front of every truth I had ever avoided. I tried to hide. There was nowhere to hide. I wanted to apologize, but I didn't know what to apologize for first. Everything felt insufficient. The light didn't accuse me. It didn't speak. It simply revealed. And in that revelation, I understood that my life, short as it was, had mattered more than I had ever believed. Every action had carried weight. Every decision had bent reality, however slightly, towards something better or worse. I felt small. Not insignificant, but fragile. Temporary. Then the light withdrew. The darkness rushed back in, faster this time, closing around me like a mouth snapping shut. The screams faded. The pressure vanished. And suddenly, violently, I felt pain. Real pain. It told me how lucky I was. I didn't feel lucky. I felt haunted. For weeks afterward, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I felt that weight again. That sense of being seen completely. The sound of the screams followed me into waking life, echoing faintly in quiet rooms. I became afraid of the dark, not because of what might be there, but because I knew what could be there. I didn't tell anyone what I saw at first. How could I? I was 17. People already assume teenagers exaggerate everything. I was afraid they'd laugh, or worse, explain it away like a bad dream caused by oxygen loss. But it wasn't like any dream I'd ever had. Dreams fade. This didn't. Slowly my life began to change. Not dramatically at first. I didn't suddenly become perfect or fearless. But I became aware. Painfully aware. Of words. Of intentions. Of the quiet moments where character is formed when no one is watching. I started noticing the weight of choices. Sometimes I catch myself wondering what would have happened if those 6 minutes had stretched into 7, or 8, or forever. I don't wonder with curiosity. I wonder with dread. People ask me now if I believe in God. I tell them I believe in consequence. I believe that reality is deeper than we pretend. I believe that death is not an ending, it's a crossing. And whatever place I entered that day was not meant for the living. I was given another chance. I don't know why. I don't know what separates the people who come back from the people who don't. I only know that I carry those 6 minutes with me every day, like a shadow that never quite disappears. If you're listening to this and thinking you have time, I used to think that too. I was 17. And for 6 minutes, time ran out.